Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most seismic moves of the offseason. Rumors are swirling that the Detroit Lions might be preparing to send Aidan Hutchinson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hutchinson has been one of the most feared pass rushers in the NFL since he stepped onto the field. The Lions, with their cap space tight at around $4. $3 million and some pressing extensions for players like St. Brown still on the table, are apparently viewing Hutchinson's high price tag as a cost they can't justify right now. They're reportedly eyeing a trade that would send Hutchinson over to the Steelers in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027. This move, if it happens, would be a game-changer, not just for the Lions but for the entire AFC North and most certainly for the Steelers' quest for Super Bowl glory. Now, why would Detroit consider such a move? Well, despite finishing last season at a solid 12-5, the Lions have had some issues along their offensive line, especially with injuries that hampered their run game and pass protection at critical moments. Their defense, ranked 10th overall with a PFF grade of 82. 4 has been decent, but not elite. They're also navigating the financial strain of cap limitations and pending extensions for key players like Amon-Ra St. Brown, which makes Hutchinson's hefty contract seem like a luxury they can't afford at this point. The front office is probably thinking about reallocating resources for the future, especially as they look to build a more sustainable roster. They see Hutchinson, who has been nothing short of a disruptive force, posting 14, 5 sacks, 42 pressures, and a 94, 9 PFF grade in 2025, as a luxury they might need to let go, especially when considering the long-term rebuild. But for the Steelers, this is an incredible opportunity. Imagine the impact of adding Hutchinson to their already formidable front seven. The Steelers have been building a reputation for their devastating pass rush, led by T.J. Watt, who's been one of the best in the league, and Alex Highsmith, who's quietly emerged as a true weapon on the edge. Adding Hutchinson, who has a career total of 36, 5 sacks and 112 pressures, would elevate their pass rush to a whole new level. The numbers speak for themselves. His 14, 5 sacks and 38. 9% win rate in 2025 alone showcase a player who can consistently get after the quarterback. His ability to disrupt plays, collapse the pocket, and force turnovers is similar to what Watt has been doing, and that kind of dominance can tilt the scales in any game. Now, let's talk about what this could mean for the Steelers' defense. With Hutchinson, the pass rush could see an increase from 48 sacks last season to over 65, pushing the team into elite territory. That's an 18% jump in win rate and a 25% boost in pressures, transforming the Steelers' defense into a nightmare for offenses. Their run defense, which allowed about 4 yards per carry last year, could also benefit with Hutchinson's run-stopping skills, which grade out at an impressive 88. 2. His ability to set the edge and disrupt the running game would give coordinators more flexibility to dial up pressure packages and blitzes, knowing the edge is solidified. This kind of upgrade could be the missing piece that takes the Steelers from good to great, especially in an AFC that's loaded with talented quarterbacks and high-powered offenses. Looking at the historical context, this isn't just about adding a talented player. It's about transforming a defense that's already competitive into a true powerhouse. Remember how Myles Garrett's arrival in Cleveland in 2024 took that Browns front seven to another level, boosting pressures by over 200 in one season and turning that unit into a fortress. Hutchinson has that same potential to elevate the Steelers' pass rush and overall defensive dominance. If he joins the team, the Steelers could be looking at a defense that consistently pressures the quarterback, forces turnovers, and helps mask any weaknesses in their secondary. It's a recipe for sustained success and a real shot at making a deep playoff run. Of course, some skeptics might point out the financial aspect. The Steelers are sitting on a cap of about $39 million, which gives them some flexibility to absorb Hutchinson's contract and extend key players like Watt and Highsmith. Their front office has shown they're willing to make aggressive moves when the opportunity arises, and adding a player of Hutchinson's caliber could be exactly what they need to push over the top. The focus will be on maintaining roster depth and ensuring they don't overspend, but with smart management, they can make this work and still have room to strengthen other areas. And let's not forget the big picture. This trade could be the start of something bigger. The Steelers have been building a defense that's already among the best in the league, but adding Hutchinson might push them into a new stratosphere. Their goal is clear: dominate the AFC, control the line of scrimmage, and give their offense the ball more often. With Kenny Pickett continuing to develop and that offensive line hopefully ironing out some issues, the defense's upgrade could be the final piece in their puzzle. The AFC North is a tough division, with teams like Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Cleveland all vying for supremacy, but adding Hutchinson could give the Steelers a clear edge. Now, thinking about this in terms of Super Bowl odds, if the Steelers manage to land Hutchinson, their chances of winning it all could skyrocket. Right now, they're considered underdogs in many betting circles, with odds around plus 1,500 to win the Super Bowl. But with Hutchinson on board, those odds could plummet to plus 650 or even better, especially if he lives up to the hype and becomes the X factor that demolishes offensive lines like the Chiefs or Ravens. Remember how T.J. Watt's presence alone boosted the Steelers' odds in 2021, transforming them into a team capable of beating anyone. Hutchinson could have that same impact, providing that extra push needed in close games and playoff battles. His ability to sack the quarterback, force fumbles, and disrupt timing could be the difference maker that finally gets the Steelers back to the Super Bowl stage. From a strategic standpoint, this move also aligns with the Steelers' long-standing philosophy of building through the draft, but also making shrewd trades when the opportunity presents itself. They've always valued players who can be foundational pieces, and Hutchinson fits that mold perfectly. His youth, talent, and proven production make him an ideal target for Pittsburgh's front office. The team's history of developing defensive stars and building a resilient, tough-minded defense makes this an enticing possibility. So, what does this all mean for Steelers fans? Well, it's about hope and excitement for the upcoming season. We've seen the potential of what a fierce pass rush can do. Just look at the impact Watt had in 2021. Adding Hutchinson could turn this defense into a nightmare for offenses, helping the Steelers establish dominance and set their sights on another Super Bowl appearance. It's a move that signals a commitment to winning, a statement that the Steelers are not content just to compete. They want to conquer. Now, I know some of you might be feeling cautious or even skeptical about these rumors. But history has shown that the Steelers' front office isn't afraid to make bold moves when the right player or the right opportunity comes along. And if this trade does happen, it'll be a clear indication that they're serious about retooling and reloading for a deep playoff push. Imagine the roar inside Heinz Field, or what will be the Acrisure Stadium, when Hutchinson takes the field in black and gold, ready to unleash havoc on the opposition. That's the kind of energy and confidence this kind of acquisition brings. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Hutchinson is the missing piece for our defense? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him terrorize quarterbacks in the AFC North? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers' future. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and remember, this team always finds a way to surprise us. I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come. Let's go, Steelers!